Welcome to the Flex Member of the Month. Really excited to bring this to you. This month we have Nick Lewis. He's one of our clients, been doing great in the program. And just want to kind of let him tell the story a little bit. So we're going to be going through some questions with him, just kind of hearing what he's been doing, how he's been, going through the program and what things have been working for him. So Nick, just to get started, man, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so Nick Lewis, I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. Golfer. Probably have a similar story to a lot of people that get in the stock market. Make a little bit of money and try to invest it just kind of blindly. Buying some stocks and hoping they go up, and they do or they don't. Most of the times they don't. But then I met Kevin, Flex, and Courtney. Went through the program and just pretty simple. Just started doing what the program tells me to do, and then so I've had some success, especially the past few months. So I'm excited about that, and then kind of really opened up my mind to what the future can look like with this kind of growth every month. So really excited to see what the future brings for my financial portfolio, and having that different kind of lifestyle where I know that I'm making solid investments and money coming in every month.
Nice.
Awesome.
I know you mentioned you were in San Antonio. We always ask, what do you do? What do you do for a living? How do you pay the bills, man?
So well, my wife's got a pretty good job. That's one thing. But I'm I'm 12 years oil and gas, but since we moved out here from San Diego, so I started doing solar because it's everywhere. I believe it's the future. So I do full-time solar sales. I do everything from knocking on doors, referrals, any way I can get business. That's what I do. It's a great industry. The way I feel like I able to, help a lot of homeowners save money, especially, in the long run, get away from rising rates on the utility companies and have people owning their electricity versus renting it forever. So, I'm excited to help people out like that. I have solar myself. I'm a huge believer. And there's, so it's I like it, good commission, so I can take some of those commissions and throw them right into TD Ameritrade and start making money on that money.
That's what it's all about, man. Kev is bragging to me about how much money he's saving with solar. So
I'll say I'm already in there. It works great.
He's rubbing it in. I'm in the Valley of the Sun. I'm in Phoenix, man. I should be having solar, so I'm gonna.
It's everywhere out there.
Perfect. So Nick, man, before you joined the Flex group and started kind of learning our system, our strategies, what kind of experience did you have in the market prior to
that? Just throwing money in there and hoping that I would make a little bit. At one time I had, I don't know, mate, 40 grand in my 401k, and I was just blindly buying stocks and like taking all 40,000 and buying as many shares as I could of XYZ stock, letting it go up $1 and trying to make that. But I got stuck a few times and lost quite a bit of money a few different times doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's a common, man. Before we kind of got our system together, it's kind of just piecing things together, trying to find what works and kind of learning the hard way, right? Taking some bumps and bruises in the market and trying to figure it out. So definitely glad that you jumped in and got a plan and a strategy now.
Yeah, definitely. What made you sign up with our program? There's a lot of programs out there. What made you get with Flex, man? What piqued your interest?
I mean, probably just talking to Kevin. And he told me a little bit about some strategies, and it seemed like it was a solid plan. And I mean, I was just, if I didn't pick some plan, I would just probably keep losing money and maybe making some here and having no clue. But I mean, with a formula, it's pretty simple.
Awesome.
Just like, I mean, I have the mindset as a lot of people. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. Just find something that works. And what Kevin said about the program and the Flex strategies seemed pretty simple and something like easily to follow.
Yeah. Perfect, man. So now that you're in the program, right, and you're seeing things kind of move and go forward, what are some of your goals, some short-term, long-term goals for what you want to do in the program?
So my goal for the end of this year is to build my account up to 100,000. So I mean, the way it's going, I started with 13,000 in there. So in the past month, I'm up over $2,000 just writing cover calls,
Nice.
and
That's
taking those
awesome.
premiums and the capital gains, especially like, this week and last week when the stock market's running. So, it ain't between 100 and 150 at the end of the year, depending on, how work goes, how the solar business goes, I can put
Yeah.
some more money in there, but that's not a stretch goal. It's a very, the goal's right there. It's very reachable. I put a little bit more money in there, and then what I'm doing right now, 10 or 12% a month, it's just very easy to do.
That's
Nice.
awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
and
Yeah,
then obviously long term, just hopefully the solar business picks up more, and then I can get into some more long term Dow stocks to hold and start building that side of the portfolio.
very good, man. You got a good plan, it sounds like, man, and it's working for you. That's the thing, is staying consistent
Yeah.
and just sticking with the plan and kind of putting those blinders on and blocking out a lot of noise and kind of just staying consistent with what you're doing that's already working, man. That's key. So glad to hear that.
Right.
So overall, you feel like what you're doing now in terms of strategies and what you have in place, you feel like that's going to help you get to those goals you're looking for?
100%. Yeah. I mean, I've already, like you said, with the blinders, that's a big deal. Just do it. And don't stop chasing, and you know it happens. It's going to happen. Give it a few months, and it's there. And then once I got past that part, it was pretty easy to just wake up Monday, make the trades. Don't have to worry about it all week. Don't have to check it 1,000 times.
Exactly.
Check in on Friday.
Yeah, that's what we love the most too with what we do, man. Is you're not tied to your computer screen all day. You put in your trades, like you said, once or twice a week, maybe 3 times a week or so, and then you can go on and go out and hustle, do your solar thing, and now you got different things working for you, man. And that's how the rich and wealthy truly operate, right? They value time, and we value time, and we want to make sure that we're not creating another job for ourselves by sitting in front of our computer screen. So it's
Right.
good you're catching on that, man.
Exactly, man. And you said chasing, and I remember the other day we were talking, man, we got to create those shirts. Don't be a premium chaser. So that's a good shirt. But yeah, man, as you're kind of moving forward, like I know you got some goals and you set some things up, like eventually what does financial freedom look like for you? You kind of get to that point of you feel like you've made it to financial freedom. What does that look like for you?
Time, man, time. Just easily when my account's up to 300,000-400,000, I can easily bring in 20-25K a month. Live happily ever after. Do family time, my time.
Golf.
Yeah. I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
No, I get back to golf for sure, but surf trips, that's one of my callings. So get out there and surf some, and with a peace of mind that I know there's money coming in, and set my family up, set my daughter up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I'm really excited about too. Get my daughter's account going, and before it was just in a savings account, but so now it's set up to, she's taking in premiums.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah,
that's what it's about.
Yeah, I would say you hit on something that really is cool about the program, right? So you can actually set the number you want to get to, understanding how to write cover calls and the percentage you can bring in. You can set that number. Like if I get my account to 400,000, I can live off what I'm doing. Or if I need a 500,000 or $1 million, but you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I know how to generate 3 to 5% off this money. And even you talked about earlier, you even hitting above that, right? 10, 12% when the market's running, you can do that. So man, that's a lot of what this is really about. And it's being able to kind of see that light at the end of the tunnel where I know where I need to get to where I'm feeling like I'm free and I can do the things that I want to do with my time. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's actually how I stopped chasing premiums, was when I started looking at the numbers. Like, I was like, oh, that's 7%, and that was easy. That was peace of mind. I know I could do that again next week. So that's what I kind of do, set that 7% and, take my mind off of it. Because once the 7%, hit, then just keep doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I think the key word is you got a plan. It's having a plan, man. You're
Right.
not doing what you used to do, just blindly going in and buying XYZ stock and just not knowing even what you're gonna do with profits or anything like that. Or you got a real plan and a system for what you're doing, and that's key to being successful in the market. All right, next question for you is, what do you like about the Flex program so far, and the Flex University course overall so far?
Just easy, simple to follow. That was kind of something I was worried about, because I don't have a big background in finance or anything, but just easy to follow and easy to do. The videos are super simple to make it where I can just go step by step myself. And then really, when I was those first couple of trades I was making, I hopped on a call with you guys, and that gave me a huge peace of mind, knowing that you guys are, there making sure I'm not messing up and, losing the money that I've worked hard for. Right.
Yeah.
It's like kind of somebody hold my hand with it, but that was a big deal.
Awesome.
Because,
that was a big thing for Kevin and I when we put this all together, was just making it simple for people. And like you said, talking to people in regular language, right? A lot of times people that are new to this, they feel like it's a different language and people are talking over their heads and they can't grasp concepts and things like that. We wanted to make sure that we just kept it simple and actually keep the modules short and sweet, so you can get in there and learn and get out and move on with the rest of your day. So yeah, glad you like that part about the program. Really want to emphasize that.
Yeah, and to just have an easy access to go back in there and, before I'm going to write a cover call, go back in there and watch the video twice, just to, you know what I mean, just to make sure I'm headed the right direction. Because you don't want to put 10 grand of your hard-earned money and click a button on a computer screen and not know, like, oh, what if? But having the confidence to go in there and, oh, this is exactly what I'm doing. Boom, let's go.
Yeah. And I'll take it a step further. What is your favorite thing that you've learned, or favorite thing about the course so far?
I mean, I would have to say just writing the cover call. I didn't know that existed. I mean, probably that, and just you've been able to use that margin. Having a margin account. I mean, that's huge. That's essentially you can almost double your buying power.
Yeah.
So that's been helpful, for the growth as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we hear that common theme, man. People love to cover calls.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that hidden strategy that not a lot of people talk about, but it's out there. And when you use it the right way, it can be very, very powerful, man. Very, very powerful strategy to add and learn and add to your skill set. So good stuff, man.
And I think it's about to get better here pretty soon, because we've kind of been trading cover calls through a market that was declining. So we weren't getting called out. We weren't kind of seeing the capital gain side of it. It was just kind of hanging on and taking in some cash. But now the market starts turning around. We get some good news. You start getting called out regularly. That 3 to 5% will definitely increase, because you're going to start getting a little bit more and be able to kind of do things a little bit more quickly. So exciting times, man. That's awesome. But I think Courtney and I agree, man. I know cover calls is one of my favorite things to do in the market. And when I learned how to do that, it kind of just changed my life. So I'm glad that you're really enjoying that.
Yeah, especially like this week when it's running, I could, I sold all of mine like $2 and $3 out of the money, and they're probably going to get called out. So that's pretty cool. My 7% is just based on, what I'm getting from those margins. And now, this extra $300, $400, $500 is a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just awesome to be able to generate that income when the stocks aren't moving. It's even better when they're moving, but when they're not moving and a lot of people are kind of just sitting around on their hands, not knowing what to do, and how to just still kind of generate some income off those stocks, that's the amazing thing. But I wanted to ask you, have you gotten into bear call spreads at all?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
because I've
That's
I
the
kind
next
of
thing.
just yeah, that's the next thing. I just that's kind of been my strategy, just those cover calls.
Yeah.
Because it honestly in the beginning I was chasing premiums a little bit, so I got stuck for a while. But you know, as the market's moving now, I think I got called out for the twice now, so that was pretty cool getting called out the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. When you get into those bear call spreads, man, you're gonna love those. So we're gonna be here for you when you got some questions on those.
All right.
Yeah. Next question for you. What do you think about the residual income part of the program where we're teaching about dividend paying stocks and getting into that? For you, or is that something that you're adopting for yourself in your own portfolio? What's your thoughts on that?
That's kind of like, you know, middle end of the year goal. Right now, I'm really just I'm trying to grow, but I mean I understand that's something I have to get into. But I just kind of waiting for some you know some more capital to come in and start building that side of it. But I know that's in the back of my head. I know. I mean, I should probably already be doing that. But I'm just like I said, I'm trying to grow a little bit more.
Yeah. It sounds like you got that focus on those cover calls right now. Don't worry, I can read between the lines, man.
That just means that there's still room to grow in the program, still more things to learn. You're already having success without even implementing all the things yet. So that just means there's more good things to come for you in terms of your account and just kind of learning the market.
One plot twist for you though, Nick, when you get to that point where you're, trade some other stocks, doing cover calls on stocks that pay dividends. That way you're getting residual income, you're getting dividends at the same time as bringing in premiums, man. So now you're clicking on both. So now I'm just giving you something to think about.
Yeah.
Other areas. Now you can get both benefits there. So which is a great thing. So, but that's awesome.
Yeah, man. And just to kind of wrap it up, because we already talked about cover calls and stuff like that. But last question for you. Would you recommend the Flex Financial program to a family member or a friend? And if so, why?
Yeah, absolutely. I already have, but I mean, every, people that I know, they're making money. No, I don't, most people I talk to, they don't have a financial plan. I mean, they have a 401k, but what I talked to somebody the other day in the solar business. I mean, he had 1 month where he made 70 grand.
Yeah.
He's put it into a bond or something where he's making 4% annually. And I was like, I can make that every month.
Yeah.
So I say, I recommend it to people all the time.
Awesome,
I mean, if, obviously if something works for you, you're gonna recommend it to somebody. Just like solar, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
All you can do is tell people, man, and people are gonna do what they do. So you got the best thing you can do is just kind of show them, hey, these are some of the results I'm getting, and talk about some of the success you're having, and let people do what they do. But I appreciate the recommendation there. Any last words for us? Any last words for the audience?
No, man, I appreciate you guys, putting in all the hard work and, being there when I need to make a trade or have questions. I mean, I have Kevin questions all the time. Yeah. But the program is awesome. It's, it's cool. The monthly calls are awesome. Having that recorded, being able to go back, and I just like having access to that course to go back and I won't lie, some of this stuff is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because I'm just in my mind, I'm like, it can't be that easy to do that.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit longer just to get into it, because I was just thinking, no way. But it's cool to go back and watch the videos, and you pick up every time you watch it, pick up a little more and kind of get a big picture of of how this whole market is going.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff. That's a great way to wrap it up, man. I really appreciate all the stuff that you said about the program, and really excited to see you really starting to move forward, man. And looking forward to seeing some more of your success. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up there, man. But anybody have any questions or anything on the video, shoot them in. If you heard some things that you maybe not clear on or anything like that, let us know. And we will see you on the next Member of the Month call. You guys have a good one.